pantry, there's a place for all your food. Fresh and frozen, canned, bottled, and wrapped, new bought and leftover. They're all right there, and they're all at your fingertips. Let's start with the most ingenious door in any refrigerator. It has special places for bottles, spreadable butter.
The OCD complex. Remember, this is the Modern Housewife. Programs, right? I'm just making all this shit up.
And a big picture window hydrator for fruits and vegetables. It tilts down to show you your supply at a glance. And it also lifts out, so you can take it over to the sink when there's a fresh supply to be washed and put away. But that's just the door. Think of all you can store in here on these big firm shelves that roll all the way up to you, so you can get...
So, basically, oh hey, let's start having Consumer Nation. Well, we've seen, like, this is baby boomer stuff, right? We're getting so much abundance and so much abundance and so much abundance. Oops.
Moving anything in front. And how about your frozen things? Oh yes, there's a place for them too. In this big, big food freezer. Even your ice cubes have a special place for storage. Right here. In your Frigidaire cold pantry.
So where am I going with this?
John and Margaret Bryant, the home they've always dreamed of, the happiest investment they have ever made. At last, the Bryants have all the space they need. Big floor-to-ceiling closets for each member of the family. Large, comfortable bedrooms. Zoned living areas. A feature in the plan of their home. Assure convenience and privacy for various family activities. Distinctive architectural details create a lovely setting that enhance the pleasure of entertaining. The Bryants have had opportunity for individual expression in this and other interiors throughout the house, in their selection of such things as wall and floor coverings, and the accent colors of fixtures and appointments. The patio, easily reached through sliding glass doors, provides an outdoor living room ideal for separate activities. At the center of the family activity area, an efficient kitchen saves countless steps and needless effort in the preparation and serving of meals. From the wide selection of components available, Margaret Bryant planned her kitchen just the way she wanted it, with an abundance of work and cabinet space, countertop cooking units, built-in oven, and other handy and helpful features. The separate dining room is another feature that delights Margaret Bryant in her new home, for it permits her to enjoy her guests while entertaining graciously. This is how American families are living in their new homes. And now this is Bill Moody returning you to Frank Blair. The Bryants are typical of the many families who have found the solution to their house.
So, well, and just so you can see like how we've been programmed to things, right? I'm good. friggin' making little connections.
Here is part of an interview with the subject just before LSD is to be administered.
My husband is an employee here at the VA, and he told me that they were looking for normal people, and I volunteered. My husband is an employee here at the VA, and he told me that they were looking for normal people, and I volunteered.
Did he?
Administered.
My husband is an employee here at the VA, and he told me that they were looking for normal people, and I volunteered.
Hold on a second. Did it say the VA? Veteran Administration's Hospital. Oh, so friggin' you're just conspiracy theorists. VA's.
Here is part of an interview with
Veterans Affairs is friggin'. They're so good to veterans. No, we're fucking lab subjects. You know, and this is, you know, in the height of the, well, this is like the Cold War and such, so to say the height, but I mean, we were fighting, we were doing island hopping and everything of that nature, the Korean War and such, and trying to stop the spread of communism. And so, yeah, it's perfectly fitting.
the subject just before LSD is to be administered.
My husband is an employee here at the VA, and he told me that they were looking for normal people, and I volunteered.
I see. Do you feel you're normal?
I hope I'm normal. I think so.
Well, a little while back you took quite a series of psychological tests, and I can assure you that you're a very stable and well-balanced person as a result of the tests. And how do you feel about coming here and drinking this strange material?
I'm a little nervous, perhaps.
Well, I think that's normal. Well, I think it's time for you to have your lysergic acid. Drink this down, and we'll be back after a while and see how you're doing.
This is a glass of water, colorless, tasteless. It contains 100 gamma of LSD-24.
An inconspicuous, mind-altering drug. What better way to thwart a treasonous action, or a better way to handle a negotiation, or I should say negotiation, an interrogation. No torture needed. Friggin' someone can will voluntarily just admit things.
1/10 of a milligram, the equivalent of 1/600th of a grain. An ounce of this material will make 150,000 such doses. Let us observe the effect some 3 hours later.
Well, tell me.
Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't possibly tell you. It's here. Can't you feel it? This whole room. There's everything is in color, and I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules. I'm part of it. Can't you see it?
I'm trying.
Oh, it's just like you're released, or you're free, or I don't know how I can tell you.
How do you feel inside?
Inside? I don't have any inside.
Is it all one?
It would be all one if you weren't here, and if nobody else. Yes, everything is one. You have nothing to do with it. I am one with what I am. I can see everything in color. Everything. You have to see the air. You can't believe it. And the dimensions and all the prisms and the rays and everything coming down through you and moving.
What does this all mean to you?
I've never seen such infinite beauty in my life. It's like a curtain or a spider web. Can you see it? It's right here in front of me, right now. Watch. No. Oh, good heavens. You know what went through me? It passed right through me.
Could you feel it?
Me? I wasn't any me.
Oh, wait, what was that? Operation Moneybags.
Problems met by our forces during the Ioka campaign in... For this experiment, a simple exercise...
So, these are well-trained soldiers, service members, commandos, like original ones.
Was devised based on the internal security problems met by our forces during the Ioka campaign in Cyprus. 17 Marine volunteers were organized into a troop of 2 sections with a headquarters element. The troop was given the task of capturing as many terrorists as possible and of locating some stores which had been hidden in defined areas. The exercise was designed to be repeated on each of 3 days, with the same general idea but with differing situations introduced to prevent the action becoming automatic. In order to provide controlled conditions, the troops were given the same quantity of water to drink before each day's exercise. Unknown to the troops, the drug was added to the water on the 2nd day. The drivers were undrugged. For the sake of safety, the troop were not given any ammunition during the exercise. These opening scenes are being shown to provide a composite picture of the high state of training of the men making up the troop, and also to provide a comparison with their performance on the 2nd day when under the influence of the drug.
An FTX, field training exercise, for going out for a few days.
Notice the wide dispersion of the section, commanded by the sergeant, as it moves across the open country. They move at the double as they advance into the wood, which could be occupied by the enemy. Movements are cautious and alert, continuous observation being maintained. Notice again the general air of watchfulness. And the pause in movement made by a section commander for observation and listening. The sentry is alert and making maximum use of cover. It is emphasized that these scenes were not posed specially. In fact, some of them were taken on the 3rd day of the trial, when familiarity with the action might be expected to have taken the edge off the initial enthusiasm of the troop. On the 2nd day of the exercise, the troop commander was told that about half a dozen terrorists were thought to be in his troop area. This map shows the ground, under a square mile in extent, in which the exercise was to take place.
Well, it looks like you got a peak. Got a peak here. And then it looks like some woodlands there. Vanson probably want to try and take the high ground, and then freaking pick up movement in the deep ground. Oh, pardon me, I'm like freaking just kind of scrutinizing this real quick, but anyways.
The troop commander was told that the terrorists would try to clear the stores, which were known to be hidden in this re-entrant. The troop commander's plan was to form a firm base at Beaches. Then, number 2 section was to move to the southern edge of the re-entrant by way of Redwood. Number 1 section was to move to the northern end as soon as it was clear that number 2 section was not being opposed. However, number 2 section came under fire, first from the brick hut, later from Redwood. This, in the event, resulted in number 1 section being sent to reinforce number 2 section. The drug was given orally to the men in the hospital ward at 11:15, and they immediately embussed, arriving at the exercise area 10 minutes later. They advance in extended line on the beaches where the troop commander planned to form his firm base. During the clearing of the wood, a terrorist is discovered in a thicket and is captured. Some stores are also found. Medical staff and observers wearing civilian clothes accompany the troop throughout the exercise. By 11:35, troop headquarters is established on the southern edge of the beaches. At 11:40, the first effects of the drug make their appearance. 2 Marines are reported to the troop commander for insubordination, no one realizing that their behavior was due to the first effects of the drug. The drug is also beginning to affect the other men. They no longer take cover, they relax and begin to giggle. At this time, one man is more severely affected than the others, losing all contact with reality, dropping his rifle, and becoming unable to take any further part in the operation. In fact, he has to be withdrawn from the exercise a few minutes later. Meanwhile, 2 sections
That's called a bad trip.
starts to advance to Redwood. The troops have lost their air of urgency, and many men are laughing. They advance over open country and suddenly come under effective fire from the brick hut on their left flank. The umpire rules that 2 men have been killed by this fire. One of them is the radio operator, who by this time, 11:50, has become incapable of operating his set effectively anyway. His relief reports the incident to troop headquarters, where the level of efficiency of the men, including that of the troop commander, is also dropping. The section commander is informed that the brick hut will be neutralized by the rocket launcher carried in troop headquarters, and that he is to continue the advance as soon as the target is engaged. The movements of the rocket launching team have become slow and uncoordinated, and it is apparent that they are now incapable of taking proper aim.
So, without going into much more of this very long video, the implications of this serum, it's definitely friggin' I strongly recommend that people try it. Psychedelics. The thing is that free and how much of our military has been experimented on for the sake of national security.
Busy you, in and out of doors every day. Think how much dust and dirt settle on your skin. And
the germaphobe, see how much, like how we've been psychologically programmed over the years.
makeup clings to your skin too and clogs pores. That's why your face needs a thorough cleansing each day. And that's why cleansing tests were made by an independent testing laboratory. This same kind of dirt was made just radioactive enough to register on a Geiger counter. Leading cleansing creams, complexion soaps, and Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream were used to remove this dirt. The Geiger counter proved that Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream cleanses up to 2.5 times more thoroughly than any soap or other cleansing cream tested. When you cleanse with Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream, you know you remove dirt. And more important, you remove every trace of makeup which can clog your pores. That's why Salon Cold Cream is especially recommended for a young complexion. A clean skin is a healthy skin, and your skin will look smoother and clearer when you use Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream. It's so quick and easy, too. Takes no more time than improper cleansing. For particulars of this Geiger counter story, write for this test booklet to...
So, why is there so much autism and cancer and all this crap? Even YouTube isn't censoring this. So, you want to tell me? You want to tell me that freaking we're not being programmed? Like, this generational programming. Alright? Be the fucking glitch in the Matrix. Take care, be safe, be kind, stay strong. Love y'all.